Welcome back to Quiet Mind with Ken. As we move closer to the end of the year, many of us may be feeling the weight of not only personal stress, but also relationship stress. Whether it's with family, friends, or even at work, the pressure of closing out the year can bring tension to our relationships. Tonight, we're going to explore how to manage that stress in relationships, especially as the year comes to an end. Let's talk about how we can navigate challenging dynamics with more ease, communicate openly, and find balance as we reflect on what's important. The end of the year can be a time of reflection, celebration, and connection. But it's also a time when stress levels tend to rise. We may be balancing holiday commitments, finishing up work projects, or reflecting on the state of our relationships. For many, these pressures can bring tension into our interactions with loved ones. Relationship stress isn't just about big conflicts. It can also come from unspoken expectations, unresolved feelings, or simply the pressure to get everything right before the year ends. Tonight, we're going to talk about how we can release some of that stress and focus on strengthening our relationships through honest communication and self-compassion. I've had my share of relationship stress as the year comes to a close. One year, I found myself juggling so many different commitments, family, work, and personal goals that I started to feel overwhelmed. And that stress seeped into my relationships. I wasn't communicating as well as I could, and I started to feel disconnected from the people I cared about. It wasn't until I realized how much the stress was affecting me that I made a conscious effort to slow down, to check in with myself and with those around me. It wasn't about fixing everything overnight, but rather about being more present in my relationships and making space for open conversations. And that made all the difference. There are many reasons why relationship stress tends to increase as the year winds down. It could be the pressure of holiday planning, the emotional reflection that often comes at year's end, or even unspoken expectations between partners, friends, or family members. We may also feel the need to resolve conflicts or tie up loose ends before the new year begins, which can add even more pressure. It's important to remember that stress in relationships doesn't mean there's something wrong. It's a natural response to the extra demands that come with this time of the year. But with mindfulness and intentional communication, we can manage that stress and create space for deeper connection, even during busy times. So how do we manage stress in our relationships, especially when the year is coming to a close? Here are a few practical ways to ease the tension and create more harmony in your interactions. 1. Communicate openly. When stress builds up, it's easy to let unspoken expectations or assumptions get in the way of clear communication. Take time to talk openly with the people in your life about how you're feeling and what you need. This can help prevent misunderstandings and reduce tension. 2. Release the pressure to fix everything. Not every relationship issue has to be resolved before the year ends. Give yourself permission to let go of the idea that everything needs to be tied up in a neat bow. Focus on maintaining connection and understanding, rather than trying to solve every problem at once. 3. Practice empathy. Remember that the people around you are likely feeling stressed as well. Practicing empathy by listening to their concerns and validating their feelings can help create a more supportive atmosphere. When we approach relationships with kindness and patience, it eases the tension for both parties. Let's take a moment now to reflect on the relationships in our lives. Close your eyes if you can, and take a deep breath in and out. As you breathe, think about a relationship that has been causing you stress recently. It might be with a family member, a partner, or even a friend. Now, as you continue to breathe deeply, ask yourself, what is the source of this stress? Is it a specific expectation, a misunderstanding, or simply the pressure of this time of year? With each breath out, I want you to imagine releasing that tension. You don't need to have all the answers right now. Just let go of the need to fix everything and focus on creating space for compassion, both for yourself and for the other person. As we move forward into the final stretch of the year, I encourage you to focus on presence over perfection in your relationships. It's not about resolving every issue or meeting every expectation. It's about being present with the people you care about, listening with empathy, and allowing space for honest communication. By releasing the pressure to fix everything, and by showing up with kindness and openness, we can strengthen our relationships and ease the stress that often comes with this time of the year. Thank you for spending this time with me tonight. I hope this reflection on managing relationship stress has reminded you that it's okay to take a step back, to communicate openly, and to prioritize connection over perfection. As you prepare for sleep, take one more deep breath in and let it out. Rest knowing that you have the power to create more peace and balance in your relationships, and that by releasing the pressure, you make space for deeper connection. Until next time, take care and remember, stress doesn't have to overshadow the love and connections we share with the people in our lives.